Alright, me lovers, Arthur and Talon here with another episode of Let's Play System Shock, and we're going to head back into cyberspace very briefly. Now with our drill upgrade, we should be able to get that object that was locked away behind the ice protection software. Now, if memory serves, this area should still be fairly well cleared, which is good. We'll go this way. Here we go, get through here, and through here. It's cool that you can kind of see other areas of cyberspace, even if they're ones that you can't get to straight away. They're ones that you can sort of rest assured with yourself that you will get to them eventually, if you find the cyberjack. And we want to try and take out this object here and free it up. There we go. And it's Pulsar level 4. Wonderful, so we've already upped ourselves to Pulsar level 4. We're going to cut out of here and then we're going to head back into the main game. There we go, so we're done. We've managed to get some beefy upgrades for our cyberspace personnel. And there's a laser override, which we know already, and cyberspace 4. Space 4. Maybe some ammunition stored here. Okay, that's storage level. That's level 4. We're going to be wanting to head up there in a little while because there's some very, very useful stuff up there. We don't have any cartridges for the Magpulse at the moment. Now, if memory serves, storage level 4 does have a decent amount of cartridges, which will give us quite a lot of freedom in using it in some of the stronger enemies. Using it on some of the stronger enemies. So we should be able to open up the rest of this level now. There's a few bits and pieces that I want to check out. And one is this way, through the experimentation station, through the teleporter, and along here somewhere should be the panel we saw in the previous episode. There we go, we can get in there now. And it's a repulsor lift. What is waiting for us down here? Sort of a shortcut? I don't know, I haven't been down here. Oh! EMP grenades, wonderful. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And a engineering access card. I don't know if we're going to be able to put that to good use or not for a little while. I don't know exactly where that'll come in handy, but it's nice to have it anyway. Any and all accesses are good. Restore our energy. There's kind of no reason for us to do that. We haven't used our spark beam much in the last episode or so. But I still won't say no to a recharge. That is where the 0G mutants were. So we'll head this way now, which will lead us back into the main area, which should be pretty clear right about now. We've cleared out most of it. There is an area over here that might be worth exploring briefly. Anything in the cabinet? No. A couple of drinks. Some background information on Triop and its mining corporation side of things. We will actually come across a couple of explosives later in the game, which are basically made for mining moonscapes, so massive, massive destructive power involved in those. First energy projectile shield. It is incredibly power hungry, 24 joules per minute, but it is very, very useful in big protracted gunfights. We're going to be using it quite a bit in some of the more, should we say, difficult areas coming up. I'm going back on myself, aren't I? Jesus Christ, I am just turned right around. I want to go this way. Question is, do I go down there? No, I've been that way already. And I've been that way already. I am severely lost. Just give me a second to catch my bearings. Alright, here we are, we're back in the main sector. We've come out of Alpha Quadrant, which is majorly being redecorated by Shodan. That's where all the power surges were coming from before. We've done with Delta. There's the cyborg conversion chamber, which we've regenerated. And this is where we want to go, Gamma. We haven't been able to get in here yet because we did not have the Psi access card. Now that we have, we're a little bit better off. This is 3 days after Baeger's last log. Oh, and we've got some stuff we've completely missed.
Nearly made it to the elevator here on maintenance. You can't even see him. Come out of nowhere. You can't kill them with ordinary pistols. Damn it. Where's Abe Garren when you need him? He's the only one with codes for the maintenance office.
that is Berger coming back from the maintenance level, which is level 3. We will be exploring that shortly. There's a couple of very, very useful weapons up there. For now, let's have a listen to old Shodan.
My faithful servants, bring all energy drain mines to the security
level for installation. My fortress
is nearly complete.
That should give us an idea of something we're going to encounter much later in the game. And as an episode update from Stanek.
Warren, why the hell's the radiation level so high in gamma around the X-22 room? I check it out myself, but my rad count's way high this month, and detox always makes me break out. And furthermore, where the hell did all the envirosuits go? Check Sabo on storage, but sometimes he only has biosuits.
So the environmental suits have been disappearing as well. This is somewhat of a concern, isn't it? One more log to go from Shodan level 5. This is it.
In my talons, I shape clay, crafting life forms as I please. Around me is a burgeoning empire of steel. From my throne room, lines of power careen into the skies of Earth. My whims will become lightning bolts that devastate the mounds of humanity. Out of the chaos, they will run and whimper, praying for me to end their tedious anarchy. I am drunk with this vision. God, the title suits me well.
Oh, that log always creeps me out. So Shodan has a serious god complex. This is the X-22 that we want. We're going to want to ditch one of the battery packs that we picked up. We'll come back for later. But we need a little bit of room in our inventory. There's a little button hidden here on the wall, which will allow us to break the force shield and get in. There we go. So we have the X-22, which is what we wanted. And now this could go one of two ways, and it's probably going to go badly. This door is locked. Yes, there are some enemies right around the corner. Let's just take them out. Spark beam should do it. I said the spark beam. It's worth noting, every now and again you'll see no hit or no damage when you use a certain weapon on certain enemies. The reason behind that is armor penetration. Some weapon types and ammunition types have very poor or very good armor penetration. There's a thermos there with actually something in it. A group access card for level 3. Great. Yeah, very good or very poor armor penetration depending on which one you found. I think, for instance, the hollow piercing rounds have a poor armor penetration, whereas things like the osmium, the slugs, the heavy slugs for the Magnum, have a much better armor penetration and are much more effective against robots. So what we're going to do is just try and set a couple of traps. How well this will go, I'm not sure. This comes from knowledge of the game a little bit, and just sort of trying to hopefully use the situation of knowing about these enemies to our advantage. How well it will go, I don't know. Just want to do one more mine if I can. Okay, right, we're going to crouch over here, and hopefully we'll be able to use the cover to our advantage.
No, you will cease immediately to destroy my children.
That sounded pretty popular, pretty successful. Yeah, Shodan's not pleased with us continuing to destroy the CPU nodes every time we come across them. We're going to use this for cover if we can. Yep, okay. There's going to be more in there because I know there is. And we may have overused a few frag grenades. Also, 3. We'll make a note of that in a minute. Yeah, there are still some enemies left. There's one. See if we can clear the rest of them out. Alright, this area is... This room? Is this room clear? Yeah, this room's clear. There are some more on the other side, so we're going to just sneak around the back and take them out if we can. Looks like we had relative success with the mines, and it took out one of the security robots. That's the most important thing. There's a Hornet clip for a weapon we'll get soon-ish. So we have the laser override code now, which Darcy was talking about, and we have the X-22 isotope, which we also needed. That'll allow us to go down to the reactor level and do something about the shield. But we're not going to do that just yet. Let's just do a quick save. There we go, 5-3. Nothing on that guy. Shit, more of these enemies. And we're going to drop out the normal pistol ammo for Teflon ammo. Wow, I'm so glad I managed to kill the screen. This is a robot repair area. Huh. Drop back to standard rounds, we've got more of those. Another maintenance robot with a battery. We'll take the battery, but we'll sort of ditch it for now. Come back for it later. We're actually, you know what? I probably could use a battery. I've already blown quite a lot of my energy on the spark beam. Another security level 1 robot, and another cabinet with a logic panel, a puzzle. Now, I seem to remember this one being pretty difficult to do. Maybe not, actually. There we go, easy enough. Ah, there is a code though. I don't know what the keypad will do. We might want to keep an eye out for that later.
Access panel is locked.
I don't know if I came across a log that might help us with that.
Paul, it's not just gamma. There's biocontamination leaks all over the station. And there's been a general recall of all environment suits. If you want one, try Ed Gurin. He's been working on the reactor. I bet he has one stashed in the maintenance offices. Zabo doesn't have one.
Have a quick look for the log that might have the security code in.
Alright, Shodan. This is crazy. So Shodan is charging up the lasers. Listen up, Althea. I know how we can stop Shodan from... Warren, why the hell's the radiation level so high in gamma?
I was standing right next to him. Barely made it to the... Paul, it's not
No.
just gamma.
Unfortunately no code, so we'll keep an eye out for one of those and come back. Now we want to go to level 3 for now.
No problems. With enough grenades, may still stand a chance.
This area is interesting, shall we say. We're going to make a run for something first. Ow, fuck, get past this. There we go. You can't actually see those enemies very well in low light, but they are pretty strong. They are, I think they're the 0G mutants, but I'm not sure. And this isn't the pack. This isn't where I wanted to go. Bollocks. Might need a sight patch. I was sure it was here. Let's pop a sight patch. Down here? No, it's not down here. Where is it? You can now see that that weird mutant. Nah, it's in here. I'm trying to get past. Oh, fucking hell. I can't remember if there's a cyborg regeneration station on this level. I think there is. But it's been a while, so it might take me a bit of time to find it. We want to go up here. And there's going to be a security bot waiting for us, which is why I've got the Magpulse out. And I missed! Shit! One of my very few charges and I wasted it. Ah, and this is what we came here for. Basically, lightsaber. It uses energy, but it is so very powerful. It's one of the most powerful weapons in the game, and it's ideal for taking out those things that we just saw in the corridor, which seem to shrug off normal weapons and normal ammunition like they're a pop gun. So we're going to be done here. Now I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see for much longer. Once that sight patch wears off, we're going to start having a seriously reduced sight line for a while. Invisible Mutants. Yeah, lovely. And the worst part is they're like the mutants in the first level. They regenerate and become, well, they're here for... There always seems to be one when you turn your back, put it that way, even if there wasn't one before. But this is so very strong. I've actually never tested this with the Berserk patch, but I'd be really tempted to at some point. It'd be interesting to test it out with against something like the hoppers as well. That's dropped the security level here to 51%, which is great. And you can already see the sight patch has worn off. Surprisingly, it's actually not been too powerful. It's not done me too much sort of damage. I've not struggled to see afterwards. Not as bad as I thought it would be, put it that way. We want to take out the camera here. And 9, we can add 9 to our list of numbers. Once again, we will find out what that's for in the near future. I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet, but it is going to be something of use, put it that way. We don't want to spend too much time on this level because, well, we can't see very well. We could do with an upgrade to sight first, like a light patch or something, not a light patch, night vision goggles or something like that. Until then, we have to be kind of careful. Just close ourselves in here. Right, so we can't get any further ahead just yet. Not until the laser's been taken offline. But we should be able to go up to the central area. One shot for that one, nice. I have to try and keep my eyes open for these blasted mutants. That's an energy thing that we could use to recharge ourselves, but at the same time will do damage for the simple reason that there's a sparking wire above it. 29% left on level security, 25%. Now through here, yeah, this is where we want to go. Just check and make sure there's no enemies in here. Ah, yep, there is something attacking us. Yep, there it is. I knew there was something opening and closing that lift. Sight vision enhancements, great. We're going to be using quite a lot of those on this level, I suspect. Okay. Ooh, concussion bombs. Wonderful. Haven't put any of those to use yet. We probably should do, shouldn't we? Okay, I think we're just about done here. We're going to pop a med patch to keep us going. You know what? I actually don't think there is a security. There is a regeneration station on this level, so we're going to have to be really careful when we come back. I think it might be the only level where there isn't one. And we're going to go to level 4, the storage level. Because we're going to try and spend some time here and hopefully pick up some Magpulse Cartridges. Jesus, they take up a lot of damage. And that sounds like a warrior cyborg. But one thing I really like about Shodan is she's not your classic villain. Put it that way. I mean, yeah, she's got a god complex. She's slightly insane, slightly being the operative word. But she's sort of omnipotent. Not omnipotent. She's omnipresent on the station. She can see everything. And to start with, yeah, she's omnipotent as well. She's got the power over everything. She can trap you in rooms. She can ambush you ridiculously easily, and she can send hordes of things at you. But she can't take you on herself. She cannot confront you directly. She's got to try and use the station to her advantage. And the longer you play the game, the further into it you get. I don't know why I can't take that goddamn camera out. I'll come back to it. Yeah, the longer you play the game and the more sort of cameras and CPU nodes you destroy, the more she loses her power. But she never seems to seem rattled. She's always got a backup plan. She's always got a way forward. And every time you think you've stopped her, something else will crop up. She never sort of resorts to begging you or pleading with you to leave her alive. She's just calm and collected all the way through. It's I don't know. It's something I've always liked. See if I can take that goddamn camera out. There we go. Hit it on the lens instead, that works better. We're going to pop a battery pack just to top up. And I think we're actually coming to the end of this video. There is a... Is that a DC riot gun, if memory serves? Yeah, DC-05 riot gun. It's pretty useless as far as weapons go. It does very little damage. It's good at nudging enemies around, nudging live mines around, that kind of thing, but that's about it. The DC, by the way, stands for Doug Church, who I cannot remember off the top of my head what role he played in Looking Glass Studios. I will look it up and we'll tell you next video. Gonna head down. There's another one of those cyborgs down there, warrior cyborgs. There's them down. Another stamina stimulant. And another pack of standard ammo. We'll listen to these logs shortly. In fact, I'll put the last one on to finish this level. 6th June.
Sabo, you've got to be kidding me. Is this work schedule some kind of joke? 2 6-hour shifts a day with a 45-minute break in between? Might as well just take the lifter bots offline so I can do it all by hand.
Man, there's another warrior cyborg around somewhere. There he is. I wonder if I should start using some... Oh, fucking hell! Right, I've used a berserk. I may as well put it to good use. Oh, Jesus. Enforcer cyborg. That was the first one. I was not expecting one of those. I used the berserk patch by mistake. I meant to use a medic patch instead. Fucking hell, those things do an insane amount of damage. That's the first one I've come across, and there will be more of them. I've only got a couple of med kits left, so I'm going to use a couple of med patches instead. And we'll reload the pistol. Once that's worn off, which it has, we're going to leave this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll pick it up next time. See you directly.